change.
Here we go, Ethan.
It's a good day. He showed up.
Wow. It's time for the latest DemoBowl final. This time between Ampillion and Kinterko, who we've seen several times. And Ampillion is usually the commissioner admins for these, but I guess this time around he had
now he's in the final.
exactly. If you have the admin, the demo or the Knorr Bowl Discord open, Ampillion has posted the rosters, so I'll go through Ampillion's.
All anybody needs to know is there is a plus strength blodge werewolf.
That's true.
It doesn't matter what anything else has got. I mean, there's this plus agility block goal, but it's definitely that werewolf. Holy moly. So,
Ampillion has a necromantic team, the Slivers of Dread. So he has the Silver Queen, the plus strength wolf with blodge. The other wolf has Mighty Blow, Claw Mighty Blow and block. Then 2 flesh golems with nothing. Let's see what else. Whoops. A kick zombie, which of course everyone likes. And then does any of the other zombies have anything? No, but there is a ghoul with blodge plus agility. So only one ghoul, 2 werewolves, 2 whites, 2 flesh golems and nothing. A lot of zombies on the LOS here from Ampillion, and he's already set up, so ready for the... Who is actually kicking here? I'm slightly confused, because I just jumped into this and I'm like, how does this actually work again? What do we have on Kinterko's side?
He bought a babe.
Yeah.
And Kinterko got a wizard.
Yep.
Wizard.
So Necro versus Undead. And there we go. Ampillion is kicking. And they get an extra reroll. That seems to me to be a short kick. That's a... Both of them rolled 1 on the kickoff result to get the reroll, but thanks to Ampillion's +1 fame, they actually won it. So the Undead team, on the other hand, of course, has a bunch more ghouls. Do you want to go over it while I try and capture the action?
Yep, there is a guard mummy. There is a guard mighty blow white, a dodge white, and then the 4 ghouls. There's one guard, 1 block, 2 wrestle. There's a skeleton with kick, and then that's it for the plebs.
And I'm not sure we mentioned this, but both of the whites on Ampillion's side have guard as well, getting rid of one of the zombies early on, and that's nice. Not unexpected. Mighty Blow helping out there to break the armor, and then it's a actually to not to break the armor, but to actually do an injury. It did a KO. But that said, it'll be interesting to see here, because of course Kinterko does have the 4 ghouls and both whites and 2 mummies, whereas Ampillion only 1 ghoul, and that ghoul has plus agility, so of course very dangerous. The question is, I guess, can Kinterko get rid of it quickly enough, and can Ampillion's plus strength werewolf do anything? Because of course, I'm gonna say of course a lot, I realized, but 4 ghouls with dodge, armor value 7, and no tackle on Ampillion's team, in theory means that it's gonna be slightly harder to knock down these ghouls.
Like he's got the powerful werewolf. He's always going to be crushing them, but without tackle.
Yeah. And I mean, having tackle, of course, would be great, because then they actually get knocked down on 2 results rather than just 1. But a werewolf blitz should be at least 4 dice. with plus strength. And Ampillion's ghoul survives. Are there any? No, there are no. I was going to see if there were any zombies or skeletons around that might want to foul that guy, because it seems like a prime foul target, but does not look like it. I'd be surprised if Kinterko would risk fouling it, but might actually. Has a decent setup here, so it could run down and try and foul it. I just don't like it's a bit risky, because it's just a +1, and if it doesn't work, well, actually, I guess we'll find out. I assume Kinterko is thinking about it. No, just going for the, I was gonna say safe in air quotes, but that's a cage made out of ghouls and a zombie. And of course,
it's not solid, yeah, but it might get shuffled around a bit.
Yeah. Also, I mean, we talked about Ampillion not having any tackle, but neither does Kinterko, which means that the plus strength werewolf
is,
yeah, should be pretty reliable as well. So there might be a case here.
He's going to KO himself on a double skull first block.
Yeah.
So it's fine. That's how that goes.
I was going to say they might just push for the cage here, but there's no real need to rush right now in the finals. You don't want to play like I do. Oh, is this?
I don't know. I think you do want to be lucky.
This is going for the mummy. I'm pretty sure, right? Guess we'll find out, because the first one is so going for the mummy here is a 2 die into a 1 die. But that mummy, of course, doesn't have blocks, so easier to knock down. Getting knocked down as well.
Yes.
But does end up next to the white here, and not the result Kinterko wanted there. That's just a 5. Not getting anything out of this claw. It'll be interesting to see where the other werewolf goes. Oh, but that's actually kind of interesting now that I look at the situation here, right? So even if Kinterko stands up the mummy that got knocked down, that's, of course, that mummy doesn't have guard, so wouldn't give an assist. Oh, did dodge out. Wouldn't give an assist, and the other mummy, the only way for the other mummy to get anywhere to give an assist would be to run next to the white and flesh golem, in which case it would give an assist, but it would be a 1 die. Well, okay, no, so it wouldn't be. You'd have to move the ghoul out of the way, move the mummy over, and then you could block with the zombie on the guard white, and you'd get. No, you'd still only get a 1 die. So yes, but doing the dodge out with the werewolf instead, keeping him safer. I think this is also kind of smart in the sense that it's probably going to stop Kinterko from trying to go around on the left. I don't think Kinterko is going to want to commit that many pieces to knock down the werewolf with a ghoul, especially now that there's a white just with guard next to it. But I guess we'll find out. There is this white down at the bottom is just standing next to the kick zombie on Ampillion's side, and is pretty free to move if he wants to move. That's true. There is a very juicy 4-man fireball here with a lot of high value players, but I'm not expecting Kinterko to use the wizard right now, because I don't think. Oh, going for the other werewolf here. The block one.
I suspect the wizard might lightning a werewolf and then a ghoul move in to steal a bull sometime.
Yeah. And we have some questions about the release date for Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition. And as far as I know, it hasn't been announced, but they will be showing the game at E3.
Yeah. I think it's just summer is what we've been given. Which could be any time between like now and September, so.
And it's also there's also I saw the tweet, but I haven't double checked, and I don't know if it's a hands off or a hands on demo. Hands on demos usually indicate that it's if there's a hands on demo for either press or on the floor, then the game is probably
pretty ready.
Both down and a skull. Is this going to be re-rolled? This is Kinterko juiced one reroll, only 2 left, but that's with a mummy, so you probably don't want that, especially not the guard mummy. So electing to reroll, getting a push instead. I'm sure Ampillion is really pleased about that. Okay, so well, Legendary Edition is going to be playable at E3, so that means it's still a question of if it's a hands-on or hands-off demo, but I'm gonna assume that means a hands-on, meaning you're allowed to. Oh, and the first foul is not good enough, and one of the skeletons is ejected. Now, Kinterko does have 1 spare player, but that's not really the result you want. That's that was pretty much a turn with a lot of best case scenarios happening for Ampillion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so according to Gray, they said you'll be able to try out the new races and features. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that we might actually see it summer 2017. I'm trying to not be jaded. I just remember when they announced Blood Bowl 2 and like, it's gonna come now, and I was like, hell yeah, new Blood Bowl, that's gonna be fun to play and stream. And it took like an extra year. But I also think at this point the team is probably better at predicting how long something's going to take to actually complete. Both down. Oh, Caitlyn Jenner is injured. Another one of the LOS pieces for Kinterko, but regen means that Kinterko still has a full team when it's time for the next lineup. That said, you know what, okay, going for the white tier, which is probably a smart choice, because I was just going to comment on if the werewolf were to go for the mummy again, probably be kind of out of position. Okay,
yeah, that's what that guy does.
Yeah, so claw did work, and then double 6s, and that's a failed regen. Oh, these have not been good starting turns for Kinterko.
Not so many spare players anymore.
No, this is I mean, it's annoying when it happens, when you're like, damn it, I'm not getting anything, but my opponent is. But that said, if this is early and things can change, but definitely a few really good turns for Kinterko here, or for Ampillion. Ampillion also moving to cover the side that was weaker before with his faster moving pieces. And let's see, yeah, both of the mummies are tied up. They have a zombie each they can block, but they can't really get away from where they are. More both downs, but just a stun this time. Maybe it is admin privileges. We'll see.
He's cheating. He cheated to get to the final, and he's cheating to roll all the good dice. He's paid them all off.
Yeah.
Classic Ampillion. Like you said, he's been doing this like 7 years or whatever.
That's definitely something he said.
He's finally managed to build enough steam to get his way to the top.
Yeah. But that said, like, Kinterko still has the wizard, which means that if the spooky times can hold out here, they and score on turn 8, that's still a decent half. Habil says, ch.orfs, he has 2 stat ups. Did you lend him your dice? If I had, he would have had more stat ups.
If he had, he wouldn't be winning.
But yeah, so Mummy's not getting what they need here.
Yeah, just shoving. There's not much sadder than a shoving Mummy. They're the big boys.
It seems to me though that they might be shifting sides here. We'll see. I'm slightly I'm always slightly confused about the whites because they're similar in both teams. Of course, I'm like, okay. This looks like someone going for the guard white.
Get rid of him. Get rid.
Yeah, just get. There we go. There we go.
Blow him up. Nice.
See, once again, not the result Kinterko wanted. I got a dub 6 on a noob skink, strength or block. I would go with strength because it's fun.
Then it's a very fast regular fella.
But then again, it might, for the very same reason, it might be better to go for the block.
Then he's a very fast defensive fella.
Yeah, like at least he's not going to get knocked down. Oh, there we go.
There's lots of doubles, but there's only one double 6.
Yeah. I mean, for a first skink, it's I don't think I could stay away from the temptation of going for plus strength, but I might be better off not going for it. I think both are valid choices. It depends on how you want to play.
I'm gonna crack open this blocking statistics and odds tables.
Oof.
I'm gonna crunch the numbers on this one.
That's where you're the stat man.
That's what they call me. They wrote a song about me, but they got it wrong. Okay, 1 die block.
So Ampillion can almost surf this ghoul here, but going all the way over here. But that's as far as it goes. It'll be interesting to see who Sliver Queen blitzes here, because I assume we're gonna see another werewolf blitz. Yep, here we go. And that's a dodge. Let's see. Oh. And the Shield Cargo Tribune stays upright. That does mean that there is a player on the ball carrier. But they might be able to Kinterko might be able to deal with this.
Okay, I looked at the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely superior to get the block.
You should be getting the block, is what you're saying?
Yeah. But plus strength's cool.
Yeah.
And you might roll another double and then they can get block. But you probably won't roll another double 6. And if you did, then you wish you picked the first double 6. You imagine a strength force. Holy moly.
Oof. That skink's not going to be alive for very long.
People keep saying plus strength being a target on the skink's back as if that's a bad thing. That means they're leaving your other skinks alone.
I feel like it's also, I think, another thing to think about when you say it's a... while I agree that you're probably going to try and hunt down that skink because it's annoying.
He's also tougher to take down, though.
But more importantly, you should always be hunting skinks.
Yeah, every skink.
Yeah, like that's the strategy. Always kill the skinks. So in that regard, I guess it matters less because it should essentially be the same. You should never go like, ooh, there's a skink here, I should leave it alone. You should be like, I'm gonna get tackle and kill all these skinks. Okay, so seems like we've had a more aggressive turn from Ampillion at the end of that, which is not which is pretty understandable. There are there's actually 3 out for Kinterko and only 1 out for Ampillion, so numerical advantage. That said, this might give the mummies something to actually block. But they're equally inept.
Everyone's just shotting.
As they have been all game. They should be able to knock down some of these. Like, there's a werewolf here that's fun to punch. There's a flesh golem here that's probably fun to punch. And lots of things that might be fun to punch. Oh, actually, yeah. Also following up here, getting away from the guard white here, but it also opens up this cage a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, so the ball carrier is free to move, but there aren't that many places it could move, realistically, where it wouldn't still be kind of in danger of getting blitzed or blocked by something. Like, the ghoul could go give an assist on the flesh golem, but even if the flesh golem is knocked down, flesh golems have stand firm, so they would just drop and then they'd get punched. Ooh, this is interesting though. What's gonna... That's okay, that's is this the move? Is that what's happening here?
The maneuver?
Yeah, and the wrestle is here, but that does mean that the dodge is not going to work out if that was the intent, which it might not have been. But now, of course, with this piece not being able to move anywhere, the ball carrier would have to do a 3+. Well, a 4+ into a 3+. No, yeah, it's a 4+, 3+ to get out. So tricky situation for Kinterko here. Like there isn't really a good position for this goal to be in, because of course the plus strength werewolf is here with frenzy, so easier to move people around and nowhere really safe. The only thing that they could do is kind of like the ghoul, they can dodge, but if they dodge and fail, it's open season for the ball carrier. And if they move the ball carrier first, that's going to be a problem too, because then once again, if the dodges fail, then they're screwed. So it's about trying, I guess it's about trying to find where to position this ball carrier, like where is it best served. And it might be interesting to be just here above the blodge ghoul, but then this white can run in and blitz. There's a blitzing opportunity here, but it seems like that's probably what's happening. Yep. Oh, okay, that's actually a pretty decent move because it blocks off the back And if this white moves, the white can, in theory, stop this white. But then again, the scary thing here too is that if Kinterko forces Ampillion to not use this white that's currently free, it's just to dodge out with the plus strength werewolf. Oh, but that's not rerolled, so down on the ground it goes. And this might very well be a case of where, yeah, so the white here can actually chain push the bolt carrier forward for an easy, okay, well, not anymore, for an easy, easy blitz. Then again, can chain push this guy over here and this guy over here, which would also be pretty nice. It's actually probably a better move. Oh! That's... I'm not going to say the first bit of bad luck that Ampillion's had, but Kinterko should be feeling pretty good about that.
Good shoving.
Not only is the skeleton standing, but it's that was also the reroll he used. So, but I can't see any other move here than going for the blitz with the plus strength werewolf. That said, if that happens, it might still be problematic for Ampillion to try and pick it up. Especially now... Well, let's see where this werewolf goes. Okay, here comes the blitz. And that's a both down. And Ampillion, of course, has block. Armor break, but just a stun in 3 tackle zones. So... I don't think Ampillion has any ability to pick that up. Kinterko might. There are some ghouls around here. And of course, there's also this flesh golem here on the side. Hasn't moved yet. Can't really go that far, but can probably be annoying just by like standing next to the white and this ghoul here.
You can definitely get stuck in.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, that happened.
A place to put him.
Yep. And that's the end of the turn, and it's back to Kinterko. It's gonna be. There's oh, there we go. Getting rid of the white, moving the plus agility ghoul out of the way. That's interesting though, because that means this guy's still stuck-ish. We could see a blitz with the guard mummy just to get rid of the werewolf. Yeah, okay. Using the blodge ghoul to... Oh, there we go. Another stun. And that has opened up a path if a ghoul wants to give it a try to dodge out and pick the ball up. There are some options. I mean, I think I'd want to go for the blitz with the mummy here on the werewolf, just to also free up the skeleton. But that said, the skeleton can't actually is probably not going to try and pick the ball up, but then can at least move out of the way, base the plus agility ghoul, and that leaves this oh well, that didn't work. There we go. That's a result. So that frees up this Blodge Wrestle Ghoul. That, if this skeleton moves, can actually try and pick the ball up. The only problem then is that it's going to be very exposed. Because there is this zombie here stopping it from dodging anywhere else, really. We'll see how it works out. Oh, not going for the pickup on this ghoul. Interesting. That does mean that if this skeleton moves and this ghoul manages to stand up, can probably... I still really don't know where it's safe to stand. Guess it might be safe to stand over here. No, because this piece is still free. Whew, tricky situation. That said, it might just... Oh, there we go. And a successful pickup. And also running away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for a 1 die. Or just go over here for an assist, and then this guy can dodge out and blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And should be pointed out that Kinterko is out of rerolls right now, which of course isn't what they wanted, but there you go. So I think Kinterko is just hoping that... Oh, right, and there's actually this werewolf free as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. GFI. That's probably even better, actually, than trying to move this piece, because gives him a lot more options, especially with this many rerolls still left on the table. Ampillion only having used 1 reroll so far in 4 turns.
He's about to go in hard with this werewolf, though. I can feel it.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it's also the weight is there, right? Because if we do see some snake eyes, then you know, it's not that hard for Kinterko to actually run it in. Not that Kinterko really wants to run it in right now, but would get some pieces back. And might be able to reset. I mean, at some point, I'm sure these mummies, or at some point, the mummies should. Whoops. The mummies should be able to get some use out of the mighty blow, and we've seen that happen with some stuns.
Here comes the boy.
Yep. And that's exactly what he wanted. Yep. So let's see where the scatter goes. Oh. That's actually probably one of the better scatters that Kinterko could get. It's still pretty, like, the plus agility ghoul has a decent chance at just picking it up and trying to run away, but at least it's still in a tackle zone.
Fortunately for Kinterko, though, that is a...
And the
it's a
plus agility...
Yep.
Yeah, the plus agility ghoul instead deciding to go for the block and gets the KO there.
Yep, a block ghoul versus a regular ghoul. That's gonna go every time.
Oh, and to add insult to injury, the Sliver Queen manages to dodge out and pick it up. So now the plus strength werewolf has the ball. Not definitely not what Kinterko wanted.
I mean, that ghoul did have wrestle, but wrestle wasn't gonna save him.
Yeah.
You seen the way Amp's rolling?
Oh, and another stun. This is one of those turns where you kind of just throw your hands up in the air because you're like, okay, so I need. You go like, Nuffle, I need some help here. And then you're like, well, you. Oh,
his mummy finally got a pow and it worked out.
Yeah, it did. No regen. So there's one less white on the field, which may not seem like that much, but it probably feels really good if you're Kinterko at this point, because you've managed to put an assist onto put a guy onto the ball carrier, and you can actually
the lightning bolt.
I don't think so. I think this is you can blitz with the skeleton here, and if that fails, you can push him back onto the blood school for another block.
We've got a very important play coming up.
Yeah, and here comes the blitz. Oh, wow, okay. It
worked.
Oh!
Blammo.
Wow! That worked. Oh. That worked really well.
Oh. Okay,
yeah.
Now you just gotta book it.
I mean, hang on. Can you actually? I think Kinterko could. Hang on. Let's have a look. Yeah. So you would say run away today. Yep. Yeah, can dodge here and be pretty safe. I don't think anyone can. They can base the ghoul.
Yeah,
but they can't actually block it down.
No,
and
that's because werewolves are gross.
Well, yes.
Both werewolves can base him. That's gross. And the ghoul, they're so good.
Yeah.
Who knew dogs were so powerful? I did.
I mean, if this, so what Kinterko could have done, could have gone for the the +2 GFI over here, and then the ghoul would have been even safer. But that's a +1 without a reroll versus a 3+ with a reroll. That happens after at least two plus rolls.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand why it didn't happen. I don't think I would have dared either, because if you actually manage to do this, and then you fall down here and it scatters out and it just ends up over here, you're like, well, I'm fucked.
Then you're done. At least, like right now, he's forcing his opponent to make going for it.
Yeah.
By not doing them himself.
Okay, well, the the sneaky chain push, and now the plus strength sliver.
You can slam him.
Yep, does have the option to get a 1 2-die push. That said, this is still the trickiest piece to knock down. However, even if this is just a push, standing next to it, pushing it backwards, interesting. I would have just pushed it straight here, I think, because pushing it, I don't
push it straight, frenzy surf it out.
Well, not even like just push it to, if you just push it to the left hand side here and then follow up, which of course with frenzy you have to. It's a much harder dodge for USA Runaway today to actually get into the end zone.
Oh, sorry, he couldn't block again because he was at the end of his movement. But yeah, like he's ended up in the right position in the end.
But yeah, we'll see where he moves, I guess. But I assume he's gonna. I would push this goal straight onto the 24. And that's what happened. So in the end, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just a flavor thing.
Yeah, they ended up in the right place because he's got to dodge into a tackle zone to, or block his way out, and that's a big dog. So. Well,
yeah, but there's. Let's see. So there are. He does. Whew. Yeah, but also, I mean, well, it's gonna be. It's probably not gonna be possible now, but for a short time. There
could have got a friend to stand near.
There was a one die blitz to push the wolf into the end zone, and then another one die to block surf the werewolf.
Yeah,
and then score.
And there was a nice wrestle goal involved in that too. But unfortunately, the big dog.
Yeah.
Burn the lightning bolt to get rid of the dog.
That's a possible option.
It's an option.
And it might be the best one. We might see some other stuff first, though, I guess. No, well, no, we wouldn't. We'd have to see the the lightning bolt first because it comes, and here it comes.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's an armor failure. That's not what Kinterko wants to see. Even if that was a stun, there probably could have been there's probably a way to blitz this werewolf. But instead, that's taking the safe play.
Yeah.
Getting that one touchdown in. It's gonna make it harder to steal the ball in the second half, but. That said, that's because we'll see if the bait pays off for and that guy came back too, even though the animation was really late. So let's have a look here. Yeah, so constricting sliver actually having the bait paid off for Ampillion, rolling 3, only needing 3. Kinterko needed a 4
now you know
out of
that
5.
He's cheating because a babe worked.
But this should mean no. Okay, so it doesn't. It means that Kinterko is down to 10, whereas Ampillion still has a full roster and a possible foul zombie or skeleton if they want it. With 2 turns and 3 rerolls, Ampillion might have to push it a bit, but having a plus agility goal and 2 movement 8 pieces, it's a pretty decent shot. Okay, so going with the werewolves here, probably I'm guessing we're going to see one of them move up first and then a handoff to the other one, but I don't know. Guess we'll find out shortly.
So this is going to be Amp's turn 7.
Yes. And if Amp manages to tie this first half, the necromantic are looking really good for this. This is interesting. So the guard mummy is actually not... Ooh, okay, get the ref. The guard mummy is actually not the mummy that's on the LOS, which is kind of the one I expected to be on the LOS, to be honest. But then again, maybe Kinterko is like, no, I don't want any of my guard pieces on the LOS for this, because if I put them there, the flesh golems plus the white might be able to deal with them. Then again, can they really? Not with just one guard piece, right? Because even if the white is in the middle, they wouldn't be able to deal with a mummy that's in the middle and not. The mummy would have to be on the edge to get that extra assist from the side. Also, all of the so most of the gold, a lot of golds here, just free to move around. And I guess I've been talking about it as now Kinterko has more whites, but of course Kinterko also lost a white earlier, so it was actually an equalizing white injury rather than a positive one. Okay, let's do a quick counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that werewolf is in scoring position. And this, ooh, that's probably not the result or Ampillion wanted. Ampillion wanted to knock that piece down straight away. Now there's the choice of dodging out, which is a 3+ with a reroll, because dodge, of course, so pretty likely. But if it fails, Kinterko is going to be in a much better position to actually equalize, since there's no one here to protect the ball yet. So for that reason, this wolf might stay here. But if that happens, then this guy standing up, this guy moving over here, or this guy means that the wolves are kind of stuck. So this is an interesting conundrum. Okay, yeah, here we go. So moving the guard, but that guard piece isn't going to do that much, because this ghoul has a guard too, so that just kind of helps the skeleton on a 2-die, and if it works, you can push this guy away over here. And well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Someone get that dog a bone.
Yeah, no, this turned a bit tenser than I expected. Oh, here we go. Okay. Huh.
That's Here we go.
Yeah, not unexpected that the 2+ pickup worked. But where's this guy gonna go now? Like,
away.
Yeah, I mean, there can't be a pass right now, right? Because then Kinterko knows who to focus on, and there's no guard here.
I think he's just gonna like hang back.
Yeah, but if that happens, there's at least this piece I could get, well, almost there. Okay, so that's pretty safe.
He's got to take down both dogs, or he'll just pass to the other one.
Well, let's see here how far this ghoul is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's actually 2 GFIs to get over there, which is probably well, more dice. That's what Kinterko wants. Okay, let's see what the focus is on here. interesting. So removing the assist from this. Oh, that's exactly what they needed. Yeah. I actually got both of them, either Defender Stumbles or the POW. So all that needs to happen now is that this wrestle piece has to stand up. And that's a 2 die on the plus strength. Oh, and a POW. And that gives the extra assist for the wrestle piece to come in here and either push back or wrestle down or knock down. Okay, that's probably the result Kinterko's least happy with, but the piece is now in 2 tackle zones and has to move just forward to get out of here, which is probably gonna be, well, actually, so there is a chain push opportunity here, like push this guy, then this guy can end up here, but that's in 3 tackle zones, which is gonna be, it's gonna be rough. And I'm gonna assume that we're gonna see a block here just for the heck of it as well. But yeah, I think, oh, that's unfortunate for Kinterko, but I think Kinterko might actually have done enough here. But even then, Ampillion did force out the wizard in the first half, so should have an easier time in the second for that reason, not having to worry about the fireball or the lightning bolt. I guess actually the other option here might be to blitz this piece off and then not push the werewolf forward, but push the ghoul forward instead if this is a knockdown, because then it'll be the handoff will be easier, and then it'd have to be a 4+3+. That might, assuming this skeleton goes down. And also assuming that they can get rid of this mummy so that this skeleton can get around, which might actually be asking a bit too much. But it's an interesting conundrum. Actually, hang on. This might... No, yeah. So this werewolf could probably get around here to remove both of these, but they'd have to clear out... They have to clear out this skeleton and this mummy still. Actually, 1, 2, 3. If they clear out this skeleton, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not, and that's too many.
All he's got to do is throw the werewolf and then dodge through all those tackle zones and he scores.
So 1, 2, 3.
Easy.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough movement. So then, oh, and both down, but Ampillion does have rerolls.
That's not what he wanted to use it on, though.
And that's not the result you expect on the reroll. So that's a both down. And Kinterko manages to win the first half after a pretty rough start.
I wanted him to do some bullshit on the left, but instead he flopped it. It's okay, he's got to hide his corruption somehow. Got to make it interesting.
Okay, second half. No one in the KO boxes. Ampillion still with a spare zombie, so 10 versus 11. And I'm all out of tea. This is rough.
Oh. I've got a little bit of juice left.
Well, you know what we could do, Ethan? You just make some noise while I get some tea, and then I'll make some noise while you get some juice. Juice.
Alright, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing alright? I'm glad everyone's doing alright. It's quite a game, pretty good game, all things considered. Hi, everyone's doing pretty good. Ampillion getting ready to receive.
Whew. That was a trip. Thank you for covering.
No problem. I asked everybody how they were doing, and they're doing pretty good.
Okay, well, that's nice to hear. And it seems like I made it back in time for kickoff. Kinterko does have a kick piece as well, and it's actually the same. Oh, quick snap for Ampillion. It's actually the same setup that they used for the second drive of the first half. But of course, Ampillion has changed around, so they should be able to clear out this mummy. Also, not apparently wanting to risk having this zombie pick it up. Not entirely sure why, to be honest, because it's because if they did, he could run and hand it off to this ghoul and give the ghoul more options.
I just looked up the frog jokes, and 3 of the last 4 are flip flop ones.
Why? Why must you do this weekly frog jokes, guy?
One of them is even hop pip, and I'm done with that. I ain't bothering.
No, that's unacceptable.
We got a good game here. I ain't ruining it.
I'm actually kind of tempted to go to tweet at him and go like, you know what, you have to stop these. These aren't funny.
Yeah, these are no good.
Oh, that's it's just a push and oh, that's the skulls and the rerolls, and that's a knockdown. Let's see what the result is. Not good enough.
And then the dog comes back.
Mm.
Classic fetch training.
Yeah. I mean, one of the problems Kinterko is going to have right now is, of course, that okay, so seems like we have a cage, but you can't really stop this on the side here with the strength 4 wolf. Anyone who's in the 2 squares on the side, they're just going to get surfed.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get some use out of these flesh golems. That's a good start. That's a pow. Well, with the zombie, and the new Yell Times is injured. Badly hurt. And no regen.
Oh, he does have most of his skull missing.
Hmm. Yeah, but does a skeleton really need the skull?
I mean, if he wants to see anything.
I think they go more on feel.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't want to bring this up, but I mean, I do have a skeleton living inside me.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm just saying I know a guy.
skeletons can definitely feel. Absolutely.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like someone without bone marrow. cKnoor is definitely aware of skeletons. He didn't even have to make a lore check in the end.
That's also an old ass reference. I liked it though.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I mean, it was still a valid question.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 10 versus 11. Now it's down to 9 versus 11. That said, that was just a skeleton that got knocked out. So most of the strong pieces still around here. And the Ampillion decided to go on the side of the guard mummy, which I find interesting. Well, actually, mainly the reason Ampillion went this side was because the ball landed here, to be honest, because it did have an even setup. I think there hasn't really been a good option for a foul yet. Yes, this white has been knocked down, but I don't think Ampillion felt like there was enough pieces to even just run a single one up there and be like, hey, gonna stomp you now. There we go. There's the mummy going in. We'll see if there's any follow-up with other pieces. Interesting. Putting a ghoul up for a frenzy trap. But that said, the frenzy trap is countered by having someone move up on the right hand side here to give an assist. That said, I think the white could actually go stand here as well, and it wouldn't be. It's still a really good frenzy trap, and it's going to be hard to surf this dude. Yeah. So to surf this guy, this werewolf would have to accept the frenzy trap, and then the other werewolf could then run in, assuming the frenzy trap still like wasn't lethal, and try and surf the white. Yeah, and that ghoul had enough as well, so returning or running away. Okay, let's see what Ampillion does with this. There's a lot of guards still on Kinterko's team. Oops. Okay, so seems like Ampillion is switching sides, which is probably a decent option. It does mean a 2+, oof, a 1 into 2. Oh, and a 1 on the catch. How about the reroll? A 3.
It's okay, it worked out in the end.
Yep. But that is not the plus strength wolf, so that might be easier to deal with.
He realised how suspicious it was that he had so many rerolls at the end of the last half.
Yeah. And yeah, now it's actually been 1 reroll per turn so far. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, the plus strength wolf kind of has to move as well. Yep, here we go. Because otherwise, that wolf could get surfed. Had enough of the zombie and decided, you know what, get out. But the zombie's like, oh, I'm just gonna get stunned.
Yeah, I'll be back. 2 turns. Just you wait.
I've regened once. I can regen again.
I'll be back on my feet before you know it.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. Whew. Evil. Pure evil. I mean, this zombie's basically just here to make sure, or to tempt Kinterko into being like, you know what, you could surf this guy.
You could surf that guy.
But then both the white and this ghoul would be stuck here. That said, it might be the best option. The other two could run back here because Ampillion can't score yet. There is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the plus strength wolf is in scoring distance, but of course no one else is. So that might be a case of actually taking the bait just because they're quick. But they're gonna be 1 turn late then for actually if these guys run forward really quickly. Well, that solved that problem. Saved by the POW, both down. Oh, and a little wrestle.
Gotta take as much movement as you can off the dogs.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think that it's fair to point out, when we talked about rerolls earlier, of course, this is the second half. If this ends up in a tie, for the third half, that's a weird term, they're not going to refresh the rerolls. So if Kinterko can just hold on and not use any rerolls, their team is in a good position. Oh, here comes the foul. Yep, yep. And a stomp.
That poor dog.
And a KO.
Dog.
Yeah.
That's the big dog.
That's the big dog. Ampillion does have a babe, and we've seen it work previously. So it might work again. But that's probably a result they're happy with.
Doesn't matter how many skills you've got when you're lying down, unless one of them's thick skull, and then that does help. But
yeah,
that's not as catchy.
It's true. It's not as catchy. Well, managed to knock down nervous York post, but no armor break. Are we gonna see? No, we're not. I was gonna say, are we gonna see a counter foul? But the zombie just kept moving. That's actually a fair point. Oh no, the other way around. So we had a talk about regen versus KO, and of course regen is 50-50, and then I thought about the other way around. So KO is of course better because you always get to roll it as well, but in this case, Ampillion also rolls on a so it rolls on a 3+, so that's 66%. So regen, no, it's good. I mean, if you want people to stay. Oh, I've confused myself with what I'm actually putting as a negative. But yes, you'd rather have an injury than a KO. Yes. Okay. We're back on track. Reprobed around myself.
The injury has one 50-50 chance to come back, whereas the KO at the end of every drive, and modified by Babes.
Okay, so moving up with a pretty strong forward cage here. There are a lot of good options. The werewolf can just run it in. Is actually 8 away, and this is going to be a bit of a problem for Ampillion. Or for Kinterko, rather, not Ampillion. It's going to be...
Someone's having a problem.
Yeah. And it's not... Oh. It's that flesh golem currently, because that did not break armor. Oh, that's a decent move. Covering pretty much everyone here.
That poor mummy.
Yeah, the mummy might have to stand up and do a GFI. More importantly, this mummy over here is now very much out of position. Oh, mummy decided to just stand up.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Stunned golem.
Yeah. This could be a case of where... a ballsy case where Kinterko's like... nope. Actually, I'm gonna guess I'm guessing we're still gonna see a foul on the flesh golem because there's still a bribe in play, but oh, and a stun.
It's all coming up Kinterko.
Yeah, it's a stronger, it's definitely a stronger showing in the second half when it comes to the die rolls here.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice shove, nice shove.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is a bit of a problem, because so Kinterko is basically giving Ampillion the option to score. And the bribe has been accepted.
I hate that goblin.
And that's Caitlyn Jenner. She's done a lot this game. Both been injured, decided to not get injured and come back. But yeah, so this werewolf can just run it in by the white moving. And then the question is, does Ampillion think there's a reason to wait? There might be a reason to wait in that if it's a late score in the second half and the kickoff result means that they get to receive in the third half, and then that's definitely better. But with this flesh golem knocked out, and let's have a... So 2 pieces out now. Hey, D Plenty just resubscribed for 3 months. Thanks so much. Versus 3 out here. How many pieces are actually on the pitch? 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Versus 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah. So we might be seeing a blitz and a sideline cage. Maybe call it overtime rather than third half. You could, but it is the third half.
It is the third half.
Actually, I guess it's in this version because it's still golden goal.
It could be.
So overtime wouldn't actually work. Ah, fuck. I'm not. I don't remember how sports work.
Extra time.
Yeah.
Extra turns will be played. At least one. But is Ampillion gonna score and then hope his ball stealing is good enough? I mean, he doesn't have it. He's only got the one re-roll.
Here comes the Blodge versus Blodge. It's good.
Oh, it is gold.
Interesting. That's a. I'm not sure why there's a follow-up here because this is a guard goal. And this guy can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so well, actually, they can cover it with these dudes probably, or most likely, or they can. But this guy, let's see what happens. Nope, had enough. Going in.
Yeah. So how many turns is left then? 4, 3?
That's a good. Well, it depends on what team you're looking at.
Get out of here, cheerleaders! I want to look at this stuff.
So. Oh. Yeah, that's actually another very good reason why Ampillion might want to score early to get that big wolf back. But the big wolf was not impressed by the babes and rolled a 2. So the wolf is out. And that's probably something Kinterko's pretty happy about. That said, there's more zombies on the pitch now, with 11 players on Ampillion's side. And just the... Wait, how many? Matt? Yeah, okay, so they were hiding over here. 9 on Kinterko's side. But Kinterko does have 5 turns to score here. And we did see Ampillion have problems scoring in the 2 turns at the end of the first half. So this game might have turned in Kinterko's favor here. So let's see what they can do. Yeah, so going for putting the goals wide is probably a smart idea, considering there is a kick zombie here and a riot. Both teams loses a turn. That's probably good for Kinterko. 4 turns, still enough time, but only 3 for Ampillion. Yeah, this is This is looking better and better for Kinterko, even though they're down 2 players. That said, a failed pickup here or a failed dodge, because of course Ampillion can base pretty much everyone unless they run away. Oh, well, that's that zombie did not want to stay on the pitch for very long. Let's see if the rest. Yeah, okay. Well, that one did stay around for a bit longer. Ooh, the counter surf bait. Well, it would have been, but now it's less funny. Instead, mighty blow makes it a stun. So this is a bit of a problem for Ampillion, in the sense that there's one wolf, there is one ghoul, and there is one white currently that have agility 3 or more. Kinterko is currently working with 4 ghouls, 1 white. So a lot more options there. But then, as long as the necromantics can just keep them back and not move too far forward, with a few turns left, they might still be able to stall it out well enough that this half might end 1-1. Unfortunate, that's a push. But it is a push into another block. Hey, Astro Crab! Just resubscribed for 3 months as well, thank you so much.
Well done, him.
I realized I should have turned off the annotations before we started the final, because this is proper esport, can't have annotations on. But here we are.
Is it proper esport, or has Ampillion with his corruption made a farce of the entire thing?
Whew. It's a very good question. Okay. Oh. So.
I mean, there's no next game, so. No,
but also, so Kinterko did not go for wrestle because they wanted the
turnover.
Yeah.
And
they got it, but at what cost?
1 ghoul.
Well,
no,
that was
1 ghoul.
No, that was there. Yeah, but I don't think that was. I don't think that was cost effective, Ethan.
Making one fellow lie down at the cost of your guy off the pitch permanently.
Yeah.
I think you'd be right on that one.
Also, I'm not sure there were that many pieces left to move for Ampillion when that happened. I'm not sure. Like, I don't think it opened up anything
it wasn't
really.
Anything where he gave up his piece to completely make Ampillion skip a turn.
Yeah.
Anything.
That said, Ampillion does only have 2 turns left, so
it's got to get a scoot on.
And there we go, sideline cage. That's gonna be slightly problematic for. Well, no, there's this piece here that can lend some assistance. And this is also Ampillions, so... Oh, that's a push and a stand firm, so no mummy to go stand next to this school. That said, there aren't that many pieces that can come over and help here. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just in range with 2 GFIs here from Kinterko. Let's see what Ampillion can do. Does have this wolf I could dodge out and blitz the skeleton with some help. Here, that's an option. I feel like we're probably gonna see a... It's more likely that we're gonna see a sick play rather than one player that says like, well, this didn't change anything. Because either someone's gonna dodge out and fail, or someone's gonna dodge out and blitz and things will be pushed around. And here comes the... Oh! Going for the... Yeah, not going for the surfer is probably... It's probably a good move.
Probably disgusting.
Probably disgusting and not smart. However, I mean, like this, the kick zombie here can with 2 GFIs from Ampillion go give an assist so that the zombie can also block the white, which means that they're even more stuck. See if that's... Nope. So the white just... Okay. Just decided to... I'm gonna block here instead, which is probably... Actually, this is actually the smarter move. Remember also that... Cough. This, to score... the only way to score with the ghoul that's currently has the ball is to keep moving forward every step. And that's currently not possible. Because of the... Well... Unless you roll really, really well. Marduk 879 resubscribed for 3 months. Thanks so much.
Welcome to hell. Okay, so... If you can get rid of the 2 mummies, that ghoul can score one day.
Oh, Kuzak Equito, resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you so much.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, so let's oh, okay. I mean, this is also turn 5. This is turn 15 for Kinterko, so Kinterko doesn't have to score here. Just needs to move some pieces and move down here. Because Ampillion, we talked about it previously, doesn't really have that many fast pieces left. There's the white that's way out of position. And there's a bunch of zombies and some flesh golems, and I'm sorry, they're not going anywhere.
All of his fast pieces are not in the right position to score. They're not a scoring position.
Okay, so we do have a blitz here on this zombie, and if that's successful, then there's a dodge out and a run through option. If it's not, they're stuck. But it is successful. And and there might be an opening here for a Kinterko to get through. It's still a 3+ dodge out and then another dodge through. And even then, one of these pieces will be free to... Oh, I misread that. I'm sorry, everyone. For some reason, I was so sure that Kinterko was going for the zombie that I didn't even realize he was actually going for the werewolf.
Yeah, for the dog. Took the dog down.
It does. So it does free up the ghoul, so the ghoul doesn't have to dodge. But then the dodges that has to be made are actually more difficult to do. I'm not sure where to go because the ghoul cannot go back.
He's got to move the ball forward.
Yeah, and that's another block on the flesh columns, and another one. Well, the second one worked, but it doesn't actually, like, it doesn't do anything other than I'm sure feeling really satisfactory. There is the option of just going in here for the 4+3+ run down. Snickle Bunny says, "Huzzah! I finally got it to work with a Twitch Prime subscription. Thanks so much, and welcome to the subscribers."
Welcome to hell.
Ooh, this is a tricky situation. In that, yeah, like it's the amount of dodges are the same here as they would have been otherwise, but the dodges don't actually have to be made this turn. Like Kinterko could just move the ball carrying goal like one step in.
Yeah, it needs to move at least one square down to be able to score.
Well, it's still in scoring position, but if it just moves one over, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the last turn. And also, that should be noted, Kinterko actually has guard mummy, guard ghoul, guard white. So while if the ghoul moves one in, it is in a blitzable position, but it is a position that's always going to be one die against.
Which goal is in scoring position?
The one holding the ball.
Not according to my thing.
Well, not right now. But I'm saying for next turn, if you just count the squares down to the end zone, it's 7+2. Like if you count from this position, he's now in scoring position, right?
He is now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this position where Kinterko is right now, that's a blitzable position, which is dangerous because
because there was people in the way.
Yeah. Because of course all Ampillion need now is a blitz that results in a push backwards, because then that piece can't score, and the only piece that can score then is the dodge wrestle piece. And even if this 2 die against here fails, as long as the piece Ampillion is blitzing with isn't actually knocked out, this square is blocked, and they'll have to deal with Horned Sliver here to get through. Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's still doable, but it's a risky position in more ways than one might think. The other option, of course, is to do a 1 die with the zombie here to move the white back one, and then you don't have to worry about the 2 die again, so you can just do dodge 1 die. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's actually a surfable position then. Assuming, of course, the dodge works.
This is an intense final turn.
Yeah. Oh, going for the are these grid blocks or not? I'm not entirely sure. Why is this happening? Okay, so
You've got important things over here to do.
well, it does free up this white, I think. Yeah, it does. But it's just a push, so it's not very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with a bunch of dodges, since that if Caitlyn Jenner, who's like clearly the MVP of this game from Ampillion side, actually, is
apparently a stolen.
Well, it's not actually. It's not Ampillion side. It's Kinterko side. I'm sorry. Where is it? Fuck. Nope. It's it's Kinterko side. I'm like, who's doing what?
Well, it's going to be MVP for Ampillion side when it fails miserably because it's cheating.
But if regardless, me confusing myself again. If this piece had been knocked down, there was an option to get an assist on the ball carrier. Now, pieces are moving in other directions. So now it's a 2-die, straight push. Now this is a 2-die as well. Oh. Wait, what? Why did that happen?
It's a weird way of going about it.
I guess it's not dodge out with I mean it is. I guess it is the safer move to dodge out with the plus agility goal instead. It's actually it's a lot safer. But the 3+ would have worked for both. And that's a both down, which is the that's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
That leaves that piece in a scoring position. That's a push. That's what they want. See, pushing it.
Yeah.
I think
just anywhere. Just anywhere
straight back.
Good. Yeah, got him. Looks like we're going to over.
But that follow-up might not have been the smartest, because now like this skeleton can deal with it with the follow-up. Now this did work though, but that was a 4+ dodge, 2+2+, so that was very not likely to work.
Someone serve this dog.
And also this, there might be a way to chain push this piece out of here. Let's see, is there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, there is. So knock this piece down. No, that's not. Well, if this piece didn't have stand firm, it would have been easy, because then it's just a push, bonk. But now it's harder. But that's it. Hang on. So this blocks. Actually, hang on. So this can be pushed here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So further back. So now this is blockable by all of these. If this piece was here, it could have been blocked here. But then the chain push here wouldn't have worked. Because he'd come in from the side and go here or here. So you'd have to have... No, it would have worked. So this guy would have gone... If it was here and this guy would have followed... Oh! Well, they got rid of the plus agility piece. So what probably needs to happen is... So if this white here blitzes the... Nope. I guess this piece can actually blitz itself out, possibly? Maybe that's what's happening? Because this is pretty free now. So it might be a blitz out here to free the goal. And then just run down and do a handoff. Yeah, okay, so here comes the blitz. Ooh, that is exactly what Kinterko needed. Wow. And a stun. Okay. See how the GFIs go? Yeah, the first GFI is good.
Here we go, here we go.
So it's either 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus, or it might be a pass, but here 2 plus for the and that
very
worked.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
And that was if that zombie hadn't been knocked down, that would have been a lot harder. Now, that's the end of that. And that means that the spooky times defeat the slivers of dread, and Kinterko has won the latest season of DemoBowl, which should be season 3.
Even leveled up.
Yeah, look at all these SPPs.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Very nice.
Very nice. So that was a good game. Congratulations to both coaches. Well played. Some interesting plays that I did not see. So that's always fun to see. It probably means I'm behind times with the meta. Yeah. So
yeah, you're not up on the new meta.
Exactly. And this is one of those cases, again, I just want to point out that it looked really good for Ampillion at the start, but looking at the end result here, of course, 9 armor breaks for Ampillion, but 13 for Kinterko. So,
Real
yeah, winning it in the end.